week 4 Monday. Getting out for a run here. A little bit under the weather. Had a preseason basketball practice on Monday, or had a preseason basketball practice on Saturday, and one of my girls was recovering from an illness, so I don't know if she passed it along, or another girl had just returned from Canada on a flight, so I don't know if she brought something back, but either way, throat's a little sore, so we'll see how this run goes. Today's a 45-minute easy run, so 5-minute warm-up, 20-minute run, 15-minute optional, 5-minute cool down. We'll see how it goes. Temperature's not too bad. It's about 80 right now, so a lot better. Later in the week it's going to be back up to 90 around this time, so pretty good weather for a run. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, it's taking a bit of a walking break during the warm-up. Started off 3-minute jog. Definitely feeling a little off today, so we'll see how the workout goes. Saturday's workout was 80-minute long run. It was the first time that I'd taken a gel during a run. I mean, it went fine. Took it about 35 minutes in. It was a honey stinger fruit smoothie. So I got another one for my next long run. Try that again. Got some chews too to try, but I'm not sure. I'll try those. I'll probably try those before a run versus during a run. Seems kind of awkward to be chewing and running at the same time. Overall, last week was a pretty full week. Another 5-run week. Also started coaching flag football, so another 2.5 hours at night on my feet in the heat. So definitely a full day of or a full week of exercise and just being outside in the heat in the morning and then again in the evening. Oh, easy pace, gotta run 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, one thing I focused on my easy runs last week was keeping the heart rate low. I really don't know what my zones are, so I'm basing it on talking and just wind, my breath. So I think I was keeping it there, so I did sacrifice some paces for lower heart rate, and that's what we'll be doing today as well. All right, so I kept my pace, not fast, but decent, in range for the plan. Got up to 121, which for my settings is zone 3. Decided I was gonna keep it there because the pace felt good. But then it jumped up to 22, so slowed it way down, backed it down to about 117, and now we're kind of cruising along, decent pace, 118. So sometimes I think you got to get the heart pumping fast initially, and then when you slow back down, it kind of hangs out in that area. I don't know if that's science or not, but that's just my thought. Of course, putting the camera on my feet, started speeding up a bit. Heart rate jumped up to 123. Decided to switch my path up a bit. Haven't been running up this small hill. I've only done it a few times in the last 2 months. Used to be at least once or twice a week I would take this path, but because of the heat and recovering from sickness, I decided not to do this path too much. But I'm sick today, trying to keep my heart rate down, might as well run up a hill. Up ahead, just a tiny little hill. It's just an overpass for a freeway. So I think it's like 10 feet elevation or incline. So nothing huge. Everything's pretty much flat here in Phoenix, so at least where I'm running. So get these hills when we can. Hey, just look down 126, so definitely backing it off. And this hill's definitely gonna make that tougher, so whew. But afterwards we'll take it slow, get the heart rate recovered. Starting the incline, heart's at 126. I'm gonna try to keep somewhat of this pace, just see where it takes me. Ooh, calves are starting to burn a little. It's been a while. Pace is too fast for the range too. So all right, so just over the overpass. Ooh. Peaked at 130. Now we're going downhill a little. Back off the pace. May mix in 30 seconds of walking just to get the heart rate down quicker and then get back at it. So I just looked at my pacing. This is for the 15-minute portion. I'm at 6:49 per kilometer. So last week at this point, I was probably about 7:35, 7:40, and that was to keep my heart rate at 119. Right now it's 124, 125. So I think for today that's a fair trade-off. Get a little more speed in the legs, and I don't know, just mentally sometimes I want to get out and run a little bit faster, not for miles and miles, but at least get a little speed, which is why I'm looking forward to tomorrow. A little 5 minutes at some speed, 3-minute rest, repeat. So that's kind of the workouts I like doing. Just wrapped up the official, I guess, run. Now we're in cool down mode. Heart rate's settled in around 126. So solid zone 3 run. Oh no. But we'll see how I feel tomorrow. Ooh, well, here's the cool down. I wanted to walk. Should walk. Still at 125, but I gotta get to the end of this little segment trail canal. And if I got time, then I'll walk. All right, I lied. I want to get 4 miles. So I'm actually picking the pace up a little bit. It's gonna be tight. I mean, I could sprint and get there, but not crazy. So just a faster jog. See if I can get there. I don't think I got there. I think I'm 1/10 of a mile short. That's all right. Strides are good at the end of a run. Easy run too, so there's that. This is another park where I do hill repeats, sometimes just change of pace, just run back and forth. The hills really do it to me. I get lightheaded, so I try to avoid them or make sure I'm feeling really good when I go out if I'm gonna do some hills. So we'll see if this plan has any hill repeats. One thing about kind of my physiology, I guess, is that I have something that's called like post-exertion something. I forget what it's called, but basically my blood pressure goes way down. So even like an hour after a run, it might be like 80/60, something like that. So I gotta watch getting up. Dizzy a little bit. I actually have high blood pressure, high-ish blood pressure, and take medication for that. So it's kind of a wide range from being high to being low for a few hours after a run. I also run fasted usually in the morning, so like right now I'm a little lightheaded, so that could explain that as well. So Tuesday morning, got goal pace repeats today, so 15-minute warm-up, 5 minutes at 6 minute per K or 9:30 something per mile. 3 minutes recovery. We'll see if I walk or jog the recovery. Total workout will be 62 minutes roughly, so definitely should get 4 miles, but depending on how much I walk, hopefully get 5 miles in today. Actually, I think I'm gonna avoid walking during the warm-up. One thing I found is once I walk during a run, I think it gives my brain permission to do it again. So I want to try to at least jog through one recovery, if not 2 or more, or all of them. But at least if I jog through the warm-up, I'll have that goal of I haven't walked yet, keep it up, versus, well, I already walked, so might as well do it again here. So since today is not a easy run, not gonna look at the heart rate at all, just gonna worry about my paces. One thing that's new for me is having 2 shoes in my rotation. I just got a second pair of shoes last week. I think this is my 3rd run in them. They're a lighter shoe. It's the shoe that I plan on wearing in my race, my 10K race. I just wanted something a little lighter for when I do these speed runs or when I'm just going out trying to run a fast mile. I love the glycerins that I've been wearing. They do feel a bit heavy whenever I'm out doing fast work. Okay, about 40 seconds left in the warm-up. Didn't walk, not gonna walk, but I am gonna slow it way down. So I guess practically a walk pace-wise, but movement wise, mentally, I'm still jogging. So we got 5 minutes of 6 minutes per kilometer, 9:30, 9:40 roughly pace. So kick that off here. That first burst. Yep. 5:19 per kilometer. Still can't figure out pacing. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. All right, rep 1 in the books. Ran it at 5:58. Took me a little while to get settled in. Just gotta do that 12 more times consecutively when I run my race. Super slow for the recovery. Still jogging. Going about 7:20 per kilometer. So well into the 12s, I think, for sure, per mile. But it's all about those repeats versus running fast during everything else. So for this rep, started out slow intentionally while trying to find it. I had the 6:05 pace for a second. Now I'm outside of the range, slower, but I got 3 minutes. I'm just gonna gradually pick the pace up, get it in range, and then maintain it. All right. Ended up at 5:57 again. Slow down here. Turnaround point. Trying to keep that jog recovery going. One thing I noticed about my paces is that there's paces I have trouble not maintaining, but running at. They're just not comfortable. Unfortunately, one of those paces is the 6 minute per kilometer. I feel good at 5:50, like body wise, just to feel comfortable, efficient, and around 6:10, 6:12. But so that run, I was pretty much 6:10 for 4 minutes, and then probably 5:45 for the last minute to get it down. So about halfway done in 10 seconds, and past my halfway point, which is 2.5 miles. So I should get that 5 miles in. It's also going to motivate me to keep the jog during recoveries, just so I can get those 5 miles that I want to get. This right here is glorious. Running in August in Phoenix. Look at that cloud cover. It's great. All right, right at 6. So on that one, started out fast, about 5:15. Slowed it down quickly. Got it down to 6:15. So out of range. Then got it down to, or back up to, down or up, I don't know, to 6:02. I maintained 6:02 for about 2 or 3 minutes, or about 2 minutes, and then it's drifted back to 6:10, and then closed strong at 6 minutes. Whew, not consistent. So I got one more 5-minute rep. Still haven't walked yet, so I would really like to. I'm practically walking with this jog pace. It's like 7:45, 7:50. I think my speed walk pace is like 8.5, 9. I think it's like 9. So practically almost there. Morning. So, but mentally, it's still a jog. So right at 6:03, starting to get a cramp in my rib. So trying to breathe a little bit, stretch it out without slowing down too much. I actually turned on the camera hoping that just talking might alleviate it, and it feels like it is, so that's good. Reps are done, recovery's done, 15-minute cool down. Watch says light jog or walk if you need to. I'm not walking today, at least for the first, until I get to the end of the 5 mile out and back. Then we'll see if I give myself permission or not. Oh, I gotta make it there first though. One thing I noticed this morning, knee was a little tender, a little sore, not sore from any trauma or anything. It's just a little worn out probably. Like I said, I started coaching flag football this past week. And then so we're entering our second week, and I wore my watch last night just to see how many steps I get in a practice. I usually don't wear my watch except for running. I got about 4,000 steps during practice, so that's another mile and a half, maybe 2 miles, I forget, mile and a half probably, of mileage I'm putting on my legs just walking, so, and jogging a little bit, moving around, so that's got to have some impact. And then sleep, I'm not getting as much sleep as I did when I was running in the winter. Because here in Phoenix it's 40 in the morning, high 40s, low 40s sometimes, but in the afternoon it's about 60, 65, so I did a lot of my runs around 9 a.m. So I would sleep in a little bit more. Now getting up at 5:45 instead of 6:45, extra hour there. So I'm also going to bed later than usual, so I need to shore that up and get some rest, get some sleep. All right. The fuck? Oh, that tree scared me. Looked like a person over my shoulder. My hips are starting to tighten up a bit, so that's where I'm headed. So I think once I get there, I will take that walk for the last couple minutes or whatever's left. All right, made it to 5 miles. I think I'm gonna go another 2 minutes and then walk for 3. All right, another change of plan. Since my goal is 60 minutes, if I stop with the extra 2 minutes, it's gonna be 59 minutes. So I think I should jog at least 60 minutes, so my legs are jogging for that hour like they will be on race day, hopefully finishing sooner, but then we'll walk it out for the last 2 minutes. I'm sure you saw this coming, but made it to a minute, got 2 minutes left. Might as well jog out the rest of the 2 minutes. So do the whole whole run and a jog, which was my goal in the beginning. So I'm not sure why I tried to talk myself out of it. So we'll finish up with another 2 minute here, minute and a half left. Just finished up walking now, 9.2 kilometers, so 8.8 kilometers short of a 10K, hour and 2 minutes. So I feel good about my prospects for running that sub 60 10K here in October. Didn't look at my heart rate at all during the run. Post run looks like I averaged about 123 beats per minute. Spent about 40 minutes in zone 3, 12 minutes in zone 2, 4 minutes in zone 4. Didn't get up to zone 5, which is good. So kind of kept it right around zone 3 for most of that run. So this week I'm gonna switch the schedule up a little bit. So usually it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then run on Saturday, but I'm taking one of my sons to college on Saturday morning, so I won't have time to run. So I think I'm gonna move that run to Friday, move Thursday's easy run to Sunday, and then probably skip a run next week, probably Tuesday's run or maybe Monday's run, just so I'm not running 5 days in a row. But I might just make it 5 easy runs or whatever, so we'll see. I'll be in St. Paul, Minnesota, so a lot cooler, so it'll be nice to get some runs in the cool weather there.